All right, we're live. Let's send it out to the Discords and get this party started. Hey Triv, what's up? Oh, that's wicked. Yeah, I've been a struggle bus the last week or so with all the shit that I've been prepping and getting ready for content creating and for pushing on the accounts and stuff. So this weekend it all kind of came to a head with a lot to do and no time to do any of it. But it's still, you know, important to me to get these streams done too, just because I have Farlight. I'm not gonna let Farlight videos like overtake that. But that said, probably gonna do like about a 2-hour stream today, I think. Not my usual 8-hour session. So the other streamers you like to watch can share you for a bit maybe later. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at you know, I'm the classic like artist who's not great at time management, but I'm getting better. I've taken steps like planner and such because of the content creating career and you know, taking it seriously because it's become serious. I'm really excited about this song that I've been working on. I got the music down last night, which is part of why I'm starting late today. I was trying to finish the recording, but I didn't want to wait any longer. And oh man, it's gonna be so good. I'm really excited about it. I hope they give it some playtime, some airtime. But I'm sending it along with this video that they asked me to do, that they asked like me and Zebo and Vulcan and Barry and Mtashed to make video about like OMP Ball of why we play and like what we love about the game and that kind of thing. And so I put about 90 seconds of me playing this new song into it as well. P-Ball got creative with his. I was watching his last night. He's like walking down by a lake or yeah, he's walking by a river. And then in the next shot, he's walking by a beach. And it was like the same conversation, but by a beach, I think, to give them options. I love him so much. He's an Analytica member who's a free player that's been with us since the beginning of last year. He's one of the mods for the content creation Discord that we have with, it's like where we all are in a Discord with the devs. Yeah, deadlines do really help. I think creating even false ones is going to be it has proven already to be useful to me. All right, so we're going to begin with the veteran quest, which I have heard good things about. Oh, also, my mic settings, what are they on right now? Yeah, let's go back to, there we go. Okay, checking audio levels. Sorry guys, just checking my audio levels here so that I can hear where we're at. Okay, there we go. What's that little gifty thing? Oh, that's when you have these, I guess? Huh. Yeah.
Who's there?
So serious all the time, Seth Daddy. Oh, let's get a couple more of these. We can get one more hero up. This is the team I've been pushing with.
Thunder, lightning. Every sword is a witness. Thunder, lightning.
I was hoping to push up to the 3rd level of charms here before the resets. You guys know with charms, you need to be doing them every day, right? You can't let a day go by without doing them because you lose those times. Which I'm not sure I agree with, but it certainly rewards being active, which is great.
Every sword is a witness.
These are going pretty smooth, huh? Not a lot of pushback. Okay, well, I think we got enough for that. Yeah, we did. Perfect. Okay. I just wanted to grab this next, yeah.
Who's there? It's you. Don't sneak up behind me next time.
My bad, Seth.
Be ever sharper, my weapon and myself.
Cool. Cool. You can tell I was pushing the Mauler tree last night, or the Mauler tower. I really like Rice the more I use him. Reese. I'd really like to see him become a mainstay. I love the bang of his cannon, to be honest. Like, I love the sound effects that it makes, and his voice is, or his voiceover lines are just fantastic. They're really inspired. Big fan. All right, question time, friends. The bounty job's mine. Y'all might as well go home now. That bounty's more than a one-man job. Why don't we partner up? You can have to go to Crimson Highlands to do the job, and you know what that place is like. You're putting your life on the line for gold. I witnessed it myself a few days ago. Jericho and the Silver Bullet set out with a fire in their eye and came back in coffins. Sheesh. But all the same, I can't give up on that bounty reward. That's a huge pile of gold. If I could get my hands on that money, I'd never have to do another dangerous job again. Oh, let's set this. What the heck? Oh, it's not in here. Okay.
Chippy has a question. Who exactly is this Lord Pike everyone is talking about?
Oh, you folks doing the bounty thing too? Need some supplies for the road? I've got cloaks, grappling hooks, jerky, and everything else you might require. Men's magazines, hamster magazines.
Thanks, but we just want to know about this Pike person.
I'm a simple merchant. I couldn't say much about a noble figure like a lord. What I can say, though, is that those bounty hunters have been swarming here like flies to a slaughter. That reward must be something special, otherwise the hunters wouldn't have been dropping so much coin to buy gear from us. And another thing, people say this Lord Pike has never shown his face, and anyone who tries to find out who he is has disappeared. Ha! They're probably just over-talking, though. That's all I know, and if you'd like to share a few coppers for my information, I'd appreciate it. Remember, people go missing.
After asking around, all we know is that Lord Pike is a big spender and nobody's ever seen his face. And apparently anyone who's tried to find out his identity has disappeared. Sounds shady to me. Didn't everyone get lied to about the treasure in the Crimson Highlands too? Did no one learn their lesson? There's no such thing as a free lunch.
You tell him, Hammy. Damn.
Chippy heard that Lord Pike's butler is somewhere near the market. Magister, do you want to go and have a look?
Yeah, we could use some more information.
All right, but we have to be careful. Let's go, Chippy. We've got to figure out what this Lord Pike is up to.
Oh boy, where are we going, friends? Let's see. Veteran Pike's Butler. Yep. Odie, huh? Nice.
Ho-ho! It's been a while, bud.
What are you doing here? Are you up to no good again?
Come on! Let bygones be bygones. My beautiful furballs, my blowgun barely grazed you that time. You woke up quick, didn't you? Well, didn't you? And that fox girl got her necklace back, right? So...
Look at that Odie face. This is priceless, man. Oh my gosh.
Look, I just happened to find that pretty little thing on the ground, and thanks to your kind-hearted folks, it found its way back to its rightful owner. No harm done.
What a load of crap. You're not here by accident. Don't try to flatter us. Obviously the first one.
What? No, I'm speaking from the heart here. It's true. Look, this news about Lord Pike is sweeping across the desert like a sandstorm. It's all over town. I just came to see what's going on. The bounty reward sure sounds nice, but I'm not even sure if it's for real.
Okay, what's the reward?
I'm still asking around too. If you're interested, why don't we have a chat with his butler? I mean, it couldn't hurt, right?
That's his butler? Okay. I will now read Lord Pike's bounty job for everyone present. You are asked to retrieve from the Crimson Highlands the venom of a dark-eyed spider. No matter how many people or in what fashion or manner, as long as you retrieve the venom, you shall be rewarded with the precious gem known as the Dusk Eye. This is too difficult. Not worth the risk.
Yeah, I'd better check something else out.
All right, my furry friends, and my non-furry friend. Are we working together or what? If the reward is really the Dusk Eye, that rock is worth a heck of a price.
It's just like you to come running to our Magister for help once money is in the picture.
Why should we work with you?
Here's the deal. I know a thing or two about the Dusk Eye. That gem is worth a ton of gold. Now, the only problem is that spider venom. Those spiders are extremely dangerous, and the Crimson Highlands are as well. Not a soul would go there if not for news of treasure. But on the contrary, my perky ears, which look a lot like strawberries, have heard rumors that some adventurers have actually come back alive.
They do look like strawberries. Damn, Odie. Freshly sliced, huh?
You got it. Come on, let's work together. Working with me is so... well, I would never mistreat you, Magister.
Ooh, the path of destiny splits here. Choose carefully. Wow. I like that a lot. Golly, I know that I shouldn't trust him, but I want to work with him just to see more of him.
I knew the Magister here was a smart one. I'm about to shed a tear.
Magister, are you sure?
I know you have your doubts, my furry friend. To show my sincerity in this endeavor, I'll handle the retrieval of the venom.
Didn't you say it was dangerous?
Look, Magister, we all know you're a man of great ability. What if something else happens? Come a little closer, I've got an idea. The butler wants venom from a dark-eyed spider, right? Well, I don't think we even need to go to the Crimson Highlands.
What are you talking about?
Spider venom is a tricky thing. I think something else will do just as well. You see, the snake venom that paralyzed our furry friend earlier is in high supply here. We just need to get my little pet snake to spit some out. It's a perfect plan, right? I don't think the butler will know the difference.
I disagree with you strongly.
There's no harm, Magister. Spider venom paralyzes people, and so does my snake venom. And this way, I'm saving you a trip to the Crimson Highlands.
Can we say no?
Besides, there's no need to prove how brave and powerful you are, Magister. Of course you'd make it to the Crimson Highlands and back without issue. It would be beneath you to go. I won't have them doubting your abilities.
I already regret working with Odie. What? Yeah, it didn't give me an option. I wish it had. I said no. I think that they probably need it for something very specific, and he's wrong to try and replace it. Can you drop quests? I wonder if you if this was like, wow, you could drop the quest. You cannot. I mean, I'm sure it's not a big deal, but which part's why you love it? Because it splits off like that? Jars, utensils, glass bottles, you name it.
Hello, a couple of empty glass bottles, please.
Oh, what a cute little customer. Here you go, dear. That'll be 3 silvers. Come back next time, you hear?
All right, we've got the bottles. Let's go find Odie.
Eddie. Can I call you Eddie?
Well, it is by name.
We've got the bottles.
Oh, hope they weren't too pricey. All right, watch. Take the snake's head, squeeze out those fangs, make the snake think it's biting into its prey, and... Ah, there you have it, folks. This snake venom isn't lethal at all, and it'll paralyze a person for, quite a while, as our furry friend knows very well.
Here you go. There's no mistaking it. Indeed, this is the venom of a dark-eyed spider native to the Crimson Highlands. Okay, the second requirement of the bounty includes... Wait a second. The bounty's been fulfilled. You got your venom.
You got your venom? How's there another step?
These are the requirements of Lord Pike. You'll only get the Dust Guy after you complete all three trials.
Right. Well, how do we know you really have the Dust Guy? Let us take a look at it first. I mean, it's not against the rules, then it'll help us keep us motivated. Lord Pike will appreciate that. Otherwise, it's hard to imagine somebody doing all 3 tasks without seeing any rewards.
As you wish. Behold, the Dust Guy. Whoa. A gem covered in dirt.
What a beautiful ruby.
Yep. With that degree of transparency and crimson coloration, it really is the Dust Guy.
What's the second trial, says DangerGrey.
We have to do this job, Magister. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If we miss this chance, I'll regret I mean, we'll regret it for the rest of our lives. The second trial is to retrieve a neutralizing agent to remedy the venom. Oh, I bet Odie has that.
What? First you have us find the venom, and now you want the antidote? Is this some kind of joke?
That's dumb. Bad writing. Lord Pike's requirements are thus. I'm only following orders. If it's a neutralizer, I've got you covered, Magister.
I forgot about the guy's voice, by the way. Sorry. Yeah, that's why, Alistair. That's why I chose it, is because I just wanted to work with Odie. Shoot, there was a reason that I came out here. That I would, or no, there was a thing I was about to do. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry about the delay, YouTube. But I think it's worth it for the image quality. But I can keep tweaking it this week, and we'll get it down to a slightly lower. Is the other path at least have interesting things on it, Alistair? Well, we can do the other path on my other account. We could do that next week if you guys want. It's not a bad idea. As long as there's interesting stuff.
It's just that spider venom and snake venom work pretty much the same way. It's just that the spider venom is much stronger. So you have to increase the dosage and add some alkaline water or something to reduce the toxicity or something. Anyway, it's guaranteed to work.
How do you know all this? You seem like an expert, but also not.
This is the best.
Oh my gosh. Screenshotted the shit out of that.
Well, I'm not so tough and I don't carry a gun, so to make a living in alkali, I've got to use my brains. Spider venom, scorpion venom, snake venom, they're all handy tools, so I'm familiar with them.
There's a new mauler in AFK Arena, by the way, that just dropped this week, who is a scorpion chick. She is, she's beautiful. Her name is Villanelle. And she's got this huge scarlety robe thing that I'll have to show you guys later on. Someone remind me if you're curious. I'll pull her up my AFK Arena account. She's really cool, and so her tail hides in her cloaks, like her cloaks are big and flowy, and she walks around like, I don't know, almost like a king's robe, right? But like very va-va-voom, more like sex pot, like Marilyn Monroe. Actually, one of her animations when you click on her in the character screen is the Marilyn Monroe air poof thing from the vents beneath her. The dress or robes blow up and you can see the tail better for a second. But yeah, she's got this big scorpion pincer tail. It's really cool.
Oh, right. We've got to be careful while gathering herbs. We might run into, well...
Yes?
You'll have to see it to understand. Anyway, milk thistles grow here, so keep your eyes peeled.
Is that milk thistle there? There's a scary-looking Terra bird right next to it.
What's up, Tara? We'll keep Odie all nice and leveled up for this. Also, I finished the Odie skin, as you can see. Looking sharp, bro. Although he looks freaking sleepy to me, or fucked up. It's just the under eye thing. But for me, when I look at him, here, I'll show you in the character screen. He looks like, I don't know, like he didn't get enough sleep last night or something. Especially, I guess, here on the, in their, what do you call, thumbnails. But I mean, I know that's, you know, it's just the under eye makeup. At first glance, I was not a big fan of this, but the more that I see it, the more that it's grown on me, and now I do like it. He's like a desert ranger. He looks, yeah, like a commando. It's like Commando Odie. Like after, you know, 9 weeks in the shit, you come back to pick him up on the helicopter, and this is what he looks like after you dropped him off like a combat virgin. Come back and he's like this warrior bushwhacking motherfucker with strawberry ears. Cannot forget how strawberry the ears are. Yeah, we're good. I don't think we're gonna need heals.
New challenges. Thunder, lightning.
Bow before the king.
It was tough, but we finally picked up some milk thistles. Let's head back to the butler.
Oh, wait. We've got to find some more. This isn't enough.
But we didn't give the butler much venom. You want more just in case?
This is enough milk thistles to treat that dose of venom, but with the neutralizer, Lord Pike will have a way to handle the spider venom. Whether he's poisoning someone to threaten them or facing a venomous spider, he'll have what he needs. Hey, you don't know what he's up to. A vivid imagination helps keep you alive in the desert, you know? We should have our guards up, and it's always a good idea to have a backup plan.
I like that response, actually. That's a really good response. That's some good dialogue. You know, the side quests, I think, have always seemed to have significantly better dialogue, closer to the levels of what the writing was before the rewrite. One sec, someone's at the door. Fable, hush. Bernie, hush. Hush. What's up? Huh? Did we find a cat? No, what's the cat look like? Black and white? Okay, sorry, the dog went crazy. much black and how much white? We'll go look out for it. What's it look like? Oh. Oh, it's a baby? Oh no, okay. And when did it go missing? Okay, it's a baby cat. How big? Show me. Okay. Okay. All right, we'll look out for it, guys. Where are you guys? Where should I come if we find it?
Probably like
Yeah, the apartment's over there. Okay, but okay.
no, like behind your balcony.
Uh-huh.
There's like a field.
Yeah.
Yeah, that field.
Oh yeah, you guys are out there playing and stuff. Okay. All right. Yeah, if we find it, we'll come. We'll let you know. Okay. All right. Oh no, we crashed in the process? Damn. Well, it was some really cute neighborhood kids looking for their kitten. And apparently Journey didn't like that. Can I put my thing up? Okay. It's fine. Just, some kids came looking for their kitten just now. Okay, back to the echoing sands. Back to the tenacious milk thistles.
Alright, that should be enough. Let's head back and see what else Dusklord Pike wants.
Does anyone else feel like the Dusklord could be the Hypogean? Because that's what it seems like to me. You have neutralized what you claim is a neutralizer. Or you turn with what you claim it. Oh, let me start again. You've returned with what you claim is a neutralizer. I shall first test it. Congratulations. The neutralizer passed the test.
There were 3 trials, right? What's the last one?
I shall announce the 3rd trial. Your Lord Pike? No other bounty hunters were able to complete the 2nd trial before you, so there was no need to reveal myself. The final trial is the most perilous. There is an old mine in the Crimson Highlands. There's treasure there, and I need someone to retrieve it for me. As you know, the Crimson Highlands are riddled with poisonous spiders, and those within narrow caves are the most dangerous of all.
I get it. The first 2 trials were just tests to make sure it was strong enough to bring back something from that mine.
Precisely. Those unable to complete the first 2 trials would only lose their lives in the 3rd. And to demonstrate my sincerity, I won't let you face this risk alone. On this final operation, I will accompany you myself. Great, I'm gonna have to do that voice for the whole time. I'm kidding. So that was your goal, to monitor us on the way? Think what you will, but as long as we return with the treasure, the Dusk Eye is yours. I'll be there to guide you with any tools you may need. I think I might swap him with the other guy. I think we might make Pike the deep dark Keanu Reevesy type. At first I was doing it because I thought maybe this guy could be Burial in disguise, but I'm not doing that voice for the whole thing if we don't know if he is. Smile. Time for fun and laughs. Aw, thank you, Furtive. That's nice. Yeah, I have fun with it. And I in fact do it professionally. It's not the only thing that I do, but I do, you know, as an actor, you do all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I live out here in LA and have been acting since I was a tiny tyke. I'm much more into directing right now, and filmmaking though is the path that I have begun pursuing passionately in my career life. Although now I'm making content for AFK Journey on a daily basis as a full-time gig, so which you guys haven't seen a lot of the new stuff yet, but it's coming, I swear. And it's worth the wait too. Oh yeah, thank you, Furtive. Yeah. Yeah, it was exciting. Yeah, I didn't I guess I should have anticipated this, but this morning and last night, like there's some people that like refuse to believe it's true, and like they keep commenting about how like I don't know. I know you shouldn't let the haters get to you, and it's something that I am quickly learning. But like, it's just so frustrating when someone's in there posting like, well, you know, none of this. I mean, this isn't even close to a free-to-play account because this guy's a content creator, and they get like diamonds in their inbox every single. I don't know like what he thinks that, but like, it just drives me nuts because like there is some program like that. But first of all, I'm not in it. Full stop, period. That's all that there is to it. And secondly, like, even if I had been in it, like, it just started, and it's not that many diamonds. Like, there's a million reasons that would not negate what I do. The big and only one being I'm not participating in the program anyway, so obviously it doesn't matter. But literally, even if I had been, it would still be like a shitty and wrong thing to assert. And I don't just drives me crazy that's what Reddit in general. I mean, that's like why I am reluctant to post on Reddit often these days, because now the Journey one is a bit better than the AFK Arena one, but still it's like just so toxic. I was laughing because I just remembered a thing that a very good friend of mine who's been a bit of a mentor told me recently. We'll just call him a much bigger YouTuber than me. His description of Reddit was, if you take all of the worst people on the internet and then find all of the worst things that those worst people would try and say, like, that's where you start with Reddit or something like that. Like, it's like the absolute worst, most negative, toxic people. Like, it's like a holding place for all of them. It was much better when he said it, but it made, he's like, it's like not that wrong, which is sad because I remember when Reddit didn't used to be that way.
You'll get what's coming to you. Bow before the king.
Yeah, right? Furtive, like you're trying to help people, right, Furtive? And then you get negativity. Yeah. Like this post was a showcase for, and I mean, it's fucking labeled showcase, right? But pretty much anything else that I post on Reddit would be me trying to help people with this or that or the other. And it's, yeah, full of negativity. I'm like like people will hate on a guide I made. I'm like, then don't read it. I don't, like don't watch it, man. Like I'm just not like, I don't, yeah, like it takes, hours and hours to create something and put it out into the world, but it takes 30 seconds to shit on it and try and turn it back into nothing to a stranger too. But back to the task at hand. Oh! I don't care. We interrupt this regularly scheduled lore show for mango. Is it mango? A mango mochi that my girlfriend just handed me. Holy God. Okay. Yeah, good though. Just unexpected.
Ah, this cave is packed with poisonous spiders. We'll never make it without that neutralizer.
I think I've been bitten. Who's got the neutralizer? Wait, I'm trying to remember Odie. How the fuck does Odie sound? I got it.
See? Why did you want to come with us? This is the last of our neutralizer. We've got no more after this.
We're out already? But we picked up so much.
Of course we're out.
Oh my God, Odie's face right now. Bob.
After all, Lord Pike only asked us to bring back a tiny dose. Have you had enough rest? We need you to show us the way. I want to see what kind of treasure is worth the dust guy.
Deep in the cave.
Right. This is it. The treasure's buried here. I've prepared digging tools for all of you. Let's begin.
I didn't realize this job involved breaking a sweat.
This is sketchy. This guy's doing some sketchy shit. Like, did anyone else feel like he brought us out here to add to his body count? It's starting to feel that way. Oh, okay. There's something here, a chest.
Ah!
Wait, Chippy? Oh, shit.
Superb. The venom worked perfectly. You're all too honest. So thanks for all your help thus far.
You put venom on our tools? You're an awful person.
Indeed, your shovels were coated with the venom you gave me from the first trial. How's it working? This treasure was so hard to find. Why would I want to share it?
Lord Pike, this treasure, you buried it here?
That's right. We spread rumors the treasure was buried in the Crimson Highlands. When our workers started excavating, they actually did find gems. Beautiful, blood red gems, as numerous as seeds in a pomegranate. But then the excavation order came down, and I didn't have time to take them. I got rid of the workers who discovered them, and buried the gems here. Wouldn't it have been a waste if those gems stayed buried here where no one could enjoy them?
So why did we just go digging in the... This is such a dumb... Like, it's fun. I'm not going to say it's not fun, but... sorry, I won't hate on it. We can hate on it later. It is fun. I just... I'll keep those thoughts to myself for now.
Rumors of treasure, workers, excavation order?
There's no need to pretend. Lord Pike takes off his disguise. Oh, it's this motherfucker. This motherfucker right here. Okay. Okay. You guys remember him from he's the sidekick to Alucia in chapter 1. He's the guy walking next to her with a hat too big for his damn head. Erasmus. Okay.
Yeah, alright. So next. What's going on? I can't move my arms. Oops, let me tell you something, Lord Pike. When you faked being poisoned just now, I seem to have given you snake venom instead of the neutralizer. Over here, furry friends. I saved the last of the neutralizer for us. Drink that, and you'll be good as new. What? You? No, I can't fail. You'll never get away with this.
Hey, try this.
Hey, a promotion! Thanks so much.
A bit of luck.
There he is. Yeah, cat lady's servant. Yes, indeed.
And that chest we dug up, it's packed full of dust guys. They're so beautiful. The Adamant Syndicate only took one, leaving the bounty hunters of Alkali scrambling for it. Such a huge chest. Who knows what it's worth?
I have a request, my dear companions.
You want to split it?
No, I want you to take all the gems and keep them. Don't give them to anyone else.
Why? Chippy must be hearing things. You don't even want one?
My old man was a simple miner. Once he dug up a dust guy while he was working. The foreman was kind enough to let him keep it to make a better life for his family, but word got out, and bandits came for him.
That's why you wanted this job?
I know very well what lies behind riches that aren't mine. They only bring endless greed, and anyone who picks up a weapon because of that will end up dead. It's best to leave such things in your hands, safe from strife.
Ah, songs of strife.
I'll sleep easier that way. That's another lesson my father taught me.
Nice. My father taught me not to shave while I was in a hurry. It's kind of the same thing.
Not really.
Oh, yeah, we've been in here. Whoops. Right into it. Oh, I enjoyed that one. I wish it was harder, but having to do the Kodo beasts here that come at you during puzzles, it makes it so much fun. Am I right, guys? I really enjoy it. They're timed well. The aiming is workable. Like it's totally, it's they just really get the difficulty right on that stuff. I think for it to be fun and also a little difficult, like it's a good time.
The answer to that, Furtive Jack, is not yet.
Wait, is that the end of it? No, it can't be. Okay. Wait, about what, Triv? About them kind of being the same thing. I'm guessing it was that line. Alistair. Wait, leave the mine. Hold on. It had me come in here in order to leave? Oh my goodness. Yes, it did. Wow. Mutual benefit, 85.67. Does that mean how many people chose that one? Probably. Great wealth gives rise to endless greed. Now I want to know what happens if you don't bring him. I bet he follows you guys along because he suspects something. That would be my guess. Based on their fun but predictable writing. I'd say this is being written by some kind of TV writers who don't really understand the scale of the world or the game at all, but have experience in plotting. That would be my guess as to what happened, is they, for whatever reason, ditched or fired or had the original writer quit, or I'm going to find out. I will find out and one day be able to tell everybody, because like we gotta know. But when they lost the magic of whoever of the world and all these amazing characters that we have them to thank for, I feel like they replaced them with some kind of TV writer. It's just a guess, especially with the whole Aemir plotline and all that. It just felt very like kids TV. There's no scale at all. There's no world scale, and Esperia has always been about the scale of the world. And there's the idea of the Hypogeans getting loose, but that is from that was already there. I mean, that's the bit of lore that they used that we already had. You know, they didn't make that up. And they haven't really leaned into how it affects the world either. They're keeping it very immediate. It's very only relating to these immediate characters. There's no sense of how this will affect Esperia or all of the different factions. And that's always been such a big part that gives the story stakes. The biggest, most important part of good writing is stakes, in my opinion. It's not like a thing I've heard. It's just like how I always see it. The stakes are, if you don't have high stakes, then the audience doesn't care. And that's what's missing from and also like the best, you want to lean into what's best about a world, right? Like that's, of course, like that's what we want. Like the reason you go to a thing is for what they do best, because it's something no one else can offer. And the best part about this world is all the different factions and the size and the scale of the creativity therein. And so they don't lean into that at all, when that's always been like what shines the brightest. So now that said, as I said in the Reddit post that it sounds like a lot of you guys saw, I do think that this expansion has been wonderful. I think it's been a huge success, not talking lore specifically, but just on the whole. And while it didn't necessarily get to the level of lore that I think that it should, you know, I think that it is a huge step up from the rushed rewrites of chapters 1, 2, and 3 anyway. 4 was a little better, in my opinion. But I do think that the writing here has been phenomenally better than I was expecting, to be honest. And I'm very, very impressed with the expansion on the whole. Is a knockout for me. I think content wise and image wise and just so much of this expansion is a 9 or a 10 out of 10 for me. So if the lore and story is like a strong 7, that's pretty good. And especially when you add it to the whole package, like obviously you have to focus somewhere, and that's clearly where their focus has been, is not the story, which we can also change, as that's what I'm here for, boys. I'm working on it. So one thing I can say is that they've had this for a long time. We've seen, we had some of these character models we knew about in like August, right? So I think they've been working on this part of it for a very long time, and I would suspect that whatever's coming next is already like nearly done, which makes sense, and that's why the quality is so high. So I'm very hopeful that they maintain the quality, and I'm expecting that the next expansion is going to be Graveborn or maybe Rustport. I would love to get dark and dirty in Rustport. I would love to see the city. It's like the seaport, and we do know for a fact that Nara is coming to the game, if you guys haven't heard, by the way. And Sonia. Nara and Sonia's story is coming to the game. Anyone from AFK Arena will know who they are. That might be a good thing to maybe step into. Okay, Furtive, thanks for coming, man. I hope I'll see you again. Ah ha ha, Alistair. Yeah, yo. Those steaks need more marinade. Ah, slaying it. Yeah, Triv, that is the hardest part, man. Yeah, good points, Christina, for sure. And absolutely, Zoth, you get it. I know, I'm stoked on Sonia. I'm a huge Sonia fan. Yes, Alistair. Yes, 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 yes. It is exactly what an AI chat GPT would spit out if they wanted it to write a story, which is why I'm going to get that job. Absolutely. What Alistair said right there? Totally. So let us I think conversationally, let's just do it. Let's just go right into the AFK. I want to read those stories. We'll brush up on our Nara and Sonya since we know that they are coming into the game. Let's do it. That's a great little segue. Anyway, let me pull up AFK. There we go. BlueStacks multi-instance manager. Run as administrator. I really appreciate that, Alistair. I do very much. What server do you play on, Alistair? Oh, I got an ad for Withering Waves on BlueStacks. Did they nerf Sonya? I didn't know they nerfed Sonya, Zoth. Was that... It must have been early on. She was like super fire for a minute? Oh gosh, that's a bummer to know. I built her anyway. I like her so much. And I'm a free player. I mean, by built her, I mean I let her furniture collect over time, but I did. I have her... Well, I'll show you. My Sonya is quite impressive for a little used character. Haha, zing. Also true, Alistair. You're like, I mean, yeah, sure, but half this room could too, man, so, you know. Zoth, I did not remember or know that. That somehow slipped by me. Damn, dude. Yeah, that's kind of weird because I would have been really engaged in the game at the time. Like I was... I mean, I've played AFK Arena the way that I play... Oh, you guys can't see it. Hold on. I've been playing AFK Arena the way that I play AFK Journey. Not quite as much because... Oh, whoops. Ha, wrong one. What's up, guys? There we go. Actually, I could turn the camera on even, maybe. I mean, I had plans to, but you know, during the lore I like to read it with me off. We'll think about it doing it. I am about to read more, but when I'm done with that reading, maybe I will. So, welcome to AFK Arena. Hey, we moved into first place. It's a tight race. You guys can see here, this is us, Defaced. It's the guild I've been in for 4 years now, and MGM of for the last 2. We're at 1489. These guys are right here, neck and neck. They're at 1483, and these guys were close. Last night we were in 3rd place when I went to bed, so we're very, very close. But it's coming down to the last 4 hours of this thing. It's a competition where you there's tiles all over the map, Okay. And oh, there's empty ones. I should grab one. Hell yeah. These just popped, I'm guessing. Oh no, they're like almost... Oh no, that one's new. Nice. So these are nodes. Oh, I can take it in 32 seconds? Weird. I don't know if I trust that. Maybe we should go grab this one. Oh, there's some... Oh, yeah. Oh, he's on one of the shitty teams. Whatever. I feel bad a little bit taking it from him, but... if I don't, someone else will. Let me turn that down. Sorry, guys. That's loud. Okay. Okay. Oh, cool. Japarda using the dragony. I didn't know he had that. That's neat. Oh, this one's fresh, man. This one just popped. Okay. Let me tell the team. All right. So the characters that we're talking about are... let me find her. They will be down a ways. Probably down here somewhere. No, apparently not. There she is. Oh, wow. Yeah. God, she looks so cool even from here. Sonya is coming officially confirmed to Journey. Not by them, but like, I seen it with my own eyes. She's in the game. No mistaking her, sir. No mistaking at all. And yeah, you can search by name for friends in Journey, which I really like. You can't do it in... well, I guess you can actually in AFK Arena. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. The search function works very well, though. Yes, Zoth, that is exactly what Nara looks like. They both look like they're at a dive bar, punk rock dive bar. This could totally be walking into a punk rock dive bar, 100%, man. Hold on, let me blow her up too, and then we'll go to the other one. Exactly. Exactly. You get it. Hell yeah, dude. So she's coming to Journey. Yeah, it used to be 20, Alistair. It was 20, and then we all flipped out when they doubled it to 40. And then it was an even bigger deal when it went to 60. So we are gonna get Sonya in AFK Journey. If you haven't seen the images, I suppose I may as well. It's my stream, right? I may as well dig out what I'm talking about. Let's do that. Hell to the yes. Oh my god. I get like really creepy DMs now, like OnlyFan DMs from I don't know why they think. I guess they just send it to everybody. I'm not sure, but I'm getting a lot more of them than I used to, and I also get a lot of the people trying to sell me, you know, what's it called? Like, well, anything, but trying to sell me like graphic work. That's it. Like, hi, I'm a graphic designer, and it's just like the worst AI generated garbage you ever saw, and they like want to charge you for it. The internet. Let me find the archives with all that stuff. Ah, okay. It's just higher up, way higher up than I thought it was. Okay. Okay. So, here, guys, I've got it. I found it. Oh, this guy looks cool, too. So, you know what? Why don't we just, no, because I don't want to sell out the folks who do this digging, for us. Well, not for us, but they do it and then share the info. So also to tell you what I was talking about earlier. So Reese and Alsa and Soren, those models were in the game in August. And the boss for this is one I thought was really interesting. The boss for the end of chapter 7. I don't know if they just had him in game and then decided to put him there, but that Iron Maiden thing, the guy inside the crate, the cave crate thing, was we had that in when was this? In August as well. So all that stuff went in game then. So they were writing it. Yeah, they were writing this expansion in August last year. So that's like a lot of work, man. That's how much work goes into this. It's really, really impressive. Okay. Sorry, I know you guys are just staring at Sonya's beautiful face right now as I dig this out. Why don't we do this? Why don't we, just first, I'm almost done here, but why don't we, continue like this. We will take her down and we will run us a Dream Realm, which we haven't even done. Cool. Heck yeah. Oh, this is one of my best events too, guys. We'll see how I do. Yeah, I'm kind of excited about this. Okay. Let's keep that little girl alive. I'm capped on Cocos I can buy, by the way. That's why I haven't pushed her any further.
Quick! More herbs!
Quick! I wonder if streamer mode would turn off names. Let me see.
Perfection needs no emphasis.
Oh, oddly enough, it did. Wow, okay. So if we... Yeah, sick. Okay. Ooh, 52%. Nice. All right, we can do better though. Let's try this like... this.
Charge bravely for the divine light.
Oh, we actually have another one for 210 too. I didn't realize I had that many at 210.
Hey, try this.
Gallop Dawn.
Same result.
A perfect battle with a glorious victory.
Ish. What if we try... And then after this last one, I have the images up. We'll go into the Sonya and Nara thing. Oof, that's so boring, but I do want to know.
Hey, try this.
I'm right over here.
Perfection needs no emphasis.
Okay. Okay, cool. And I've saved a few extra ones just because I feel like you guys are gonna dig these. So, okay, so a little preview of stuff that is coming up to Journey, found by friends of friends. Let's say no, found by friends of ours that like to, you know, just see what's in the files. And it's really a time-honored tradition, if you will, of data mining. It's people have been doing this since I was playing EverQuest, that's for sure. And that was, you know, gosh, 23 years ago. So here we go. Yeah, we'll grab Tossie too. Why not? I feel like these kind of images too give a better idea of what it is going to look like than the ones that have been passed around. So here, hopefully you guys find these interesting. Let me find a place to go stand. That's cool. All right, now add in. What's this? This needed? Nope. Perfect. I don't know. I kind of want to keep that one. Okay. We'll just add a new one. That's fine. The other images I have saved in here are like this. This is the spider people that I always forget that's in here all day yesterday and earlier this week when I was talking about like these, like we should have the spider people. They're really cool looking people that I wish had been included from the Maulers. They're part of the Mauler race, blah, blah. They have a huge spider section in the game. Like an entire part of the chapter was dedicated to spiders in the Mauler world. And they didn't include the Arakan. And that to me just says that they don't know the lore well enough, I think, right? I mean, I don't know how you could possibly just skip over that. It's such an awesome part of it. And maybe they were too hard to program. Maybe they wanted to save them for later. I guess that makes sense, but they should have mentioned somewhere in the storylines like, well, they're different from their Arakan cousins who live in the far west corners, you know what I mean? Yeah, isn't it? She's really cool looking, Trev. And so she's also powerful. This is a powerful queen in the Mauler world. So this is the Arakan race that, anyway, anytime you hear me talk about them, they're known to be in like cahoots with the Sphinxes, which is Sophia and her lot. So but anyway, not what we were here to do. Here we go, the new ones. Yes. Nope, wrong folder. Where what the shit? Here we go. Okay, so I think that these kind of give you a better idea of what the character looks like than that flat thing that's been passed around. Isn't that cool? So that's Taylene. That's the celestial goddess that's coming. She was one of the first Celestials that we had in AFK Arena. Yes, Christina, that is definitely canon. I love that you guys are having a conversation from YouTube to Twitch. It's awesome. Happy to facilitate that. Okay, so this is Taylene. And then I'm gonna, I guess we can minimize her, but now we'll just change her out. Okay, so then we've got here's the Tassi image. So, and of course Tassi here. Wait, let me pull out. Oh, duh. Wait, I have the get. Oh my gosh, you guys, fail. Hold on. Wait, what? Oh, actual fail. Did not know the game had crashed. That's why it's not showing up. Boy, the computer today. All right, well, anyway, it's coming. We'll get it back up. So I think that you can really get a better feel for the character this way than you can with that flat one where they've put the color onto it. Okay. Oh, and it's all zoomed in, huh? Okay, so there's Tassi, and then when we go to the... So this guy's new. How is that Ulmus? It's totally Ulmus. Do we think this is Ulmus? Gotta be. Oh my gosh, we're getting Ulmus. Gotta be, right? Wait. Alistair. Yes, yes we are. Ulmus is... Why don't I see that bad boy? He's got to be like right there. Oh, probably because he's level 1 somewhere. Hold on. Okay, I must be staring... Oh, there he is. I'm like, I must be staring at him and just not seeing him. Ulmus! Oh, absolutely that's Ulmus. 100%. Hopefully. I hope he's a beast, right? So... Oh, that's a cool move. I don't remember seeing him do that one. I just love his eyebrows. Those are like, you know, key, man. Those are clutch. They're what's the word? I guess like legendary. It's a good use of the word legendary. One sec. Let me grab a good screenshot of this, and then we will move along. I want to claim that image. There we go. Okay. And whoops. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. So now let's I guess I'll show Nara and Tassi, and then we can do their stories with them up on the screen, I think is the way to do it. So and then this is, of course, the Tassi figure with her actually right here for people that don't play. Honestly, I might be able to do it better like this. I might have less squeezing in to do. Let's do this and then put the image over here. Yeah, that works better, I think. Perfect. Then I don't even have to fuck with shit. All right. Ah! Problem solved, guys. Okay. Her little pleated skirt. Wait, is that what pleated means? Is where it's like that? Bob, is that pleated? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I guess that's a ruffle, not pleated. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, oops. Okay, and then we've got Nara. So Nara, for you guys that have not seen Nara, is... Where's she at? Where's my girl? Alistair, man. Oh, man. On a roll today. Almost, though. I should not be giving her nice things, but just for the sake of this little photo shoot. Boom, baby. All right. Is this her? No, that's Sonia. Okay, well, we can go to Sonia. Her hair looks good. Huh? Yeah, she's gonna look really cool, man. I'm so excited to see their story. So then you'd think they have to have Rustport, right? Unless they change it and name it something else, which is gonna drive me and everyone else nuts. But also Nara's weapon looks super cool. So I don't know which story we should do first. Maybe Sonia's. Yeah. Okay, so let's do the Sonia story for some lore here. And then we'll do Nara afterwards. Nice. She's got one of the moving ones. Haha. I'm seeing if I need to patch or if my test server will just open. If it will, then I can read it while the image stays up. One more second. Oh yeah, it's gonna patch. So we'll do Sonia's on screen, and then I will hopefully it'll be patched in time, and we can leave Nara's picture up when we do her. So, all right. Do. Okay. Sonia, ruler of the underworld. Sonia and I have known each other for years. Back then, she was a wan, listless, little thing, scurrying around with us in the dark, lawless alleys of the slums. She had long, flowing blonde hair. Not that you'd know it under all the mud and fleas, which she still stubbornly spent ages braiding. She was one of us, another weak and downtrodden worm, mired in the silt of chaos and turmoil, all too often caught and beaten for her thievery. Now and then, I would share with her some of the vegetables I'd managed to obtain, and maybe in response to such unexpected kindness, she would in turn tear off some of her stolen bread and return the favor. As the days, weeks, months dripped by, we inevitably got to know each other better. Oh, Sonia was a clever one. She was in and out of the various traders all year long, and knew the black market better than anyone else. Am I the slightest bit surprised that she hit it off so well with Nara? Of course not. After all, Nara was the most agile and fierce of all our dank alley thieves. Ever since they started working together, the two of them complemented each other so well that they were never again caught. Instead, going on to make a killing with every single job. They made sure to share their profits and goods with us, yet we still remained the target of extortion and bullying by the various other gangs. One evening, Sonia came looking for us. She and Nara, tired of the other gangs lording it over us, wanted to form their own group. This would give us orphans, the scurrying inhabitants of the alleys, a proper foothold in Rustport. Together with Nara, she told us of their vision, something we never would have countenanced in a million years. They wished for us to live well, able to eat and drink our fill as one family. And so it was that the Whispers were born, and we felt we'd finally come home. It didn't take long for the Whispers to earn a reputation for itself in Rustport. While Nara's obvious ruthlessness and brutality terrified the other gangs, they still hadn't realized Sonia's strategy, which aimed to elevate the Whispers head and shoulders above the other Rustport gangs. This sounds interestingly like another couple of partners that I know. We'll see. Blood and roses. These, to me, perfectly symbolize Nara and Sonia. Nara's savagery stained the ground of this sinful land with the blood of countless opponents, while Sonia was more a gorgeous, mud-encrusted rose, tangled and bristling with the thorns of sin. In order to make real money, we Whispers had to carve out our own unique niche. We gradually found an emerging market in this trade of special goods, which became our best chance to make it big. Nara bribed her way to ensure the sea routes were open for the Whispers to bring back our plunder, which she held at port, for Sonia to dispose of. The excellent coordination between the two have allowed us to really profit from this emerging new industry. As our business grew, Sonia discovered that smuggling was not without risk. While she had always respected and followed the unwritten code of smugglers, the expanding gang brought in more and more people. some of whom may not be so faithful to the criminal creed. There were those who were not above playing multiple sides for their own personal benefit. Once the smuggling lines were leaked, the Whispers had to contend not just with the threat of robbery, but also with the fact that the leaker may well be a member of our own little family. Inevitably, this fear became reality. Our secret smuggling routes were leaked to rival gangs by those closest to us. Nara wiped out those who ambushed our goods, while the leaker defected to our rivals. Faced with those who had once shared bread and battle by our sides, and who now worked to harm the interests of our family, seeds of suspicion were sown and took root in the hearts of many of the Whispers. This caused the very first argument to erupt between Nara and Sonia. Nara wanted to publicly execute those in the Whispers who were suspected of being traitors, to serve as a warning to others. She even thought to begin with the earliest members of the gang. Her rage and distress terrified me, yet I was also cognizant of the arrogant, entitled attitude amongst many of these old veterans. They were no longer satisfied by the wealth the Whispers generated for them, desirous of ever more power, and secretly making moves within our own ranks by leaning on the newest members. That sounds exactly like someone else that I know. Sonia, however, was more hesitant to take such drastic measures. Perhaps she was reluctant to dig too deeply into the treachery of those with whom she had risen from the mud of the slums. Whatever her motive, she was unwilling to kill the traitors, preferring instead the merciful option of banishment. On this, I would disagree with them. I think that truly a traitor is the... Well, I don't know. I guess to an organization, they don't need to be put to death. No, they do, because you have to deter anyone, because it's people's lives are on the line, man. You know, same thing with especially a country's safety. Like, you know, it's just, you can't have dissension because that will get people killed, especially if what you're doing is the right thing and righteous. If you have people speaking out against it for greedy means, like, and they won't stop, and you know they won't stop, you gotta hit the kill switch. It's the only way, because they will poison everybody else. It just takes one. It literally just takes one. So I'm with Nara on this. Which is funny, because in life, I'm more of the Sonia between the two. Not on the subject of traitors, though. Their quarrel ended as Nara slammed a door and stormed off. Sonia said not a word, perhaps in resentment of her own hesitation, as she had never before had such a major disagreement with Nara. My own conjecture is that Sonia still believed in the Whisper's original purpose, to provide a stable home for the worms struggling in the mud of the slums. Now that this dream was realized, how could she evict her own family? Nara vanished. One day she set sail on an ordinary voyage, and just never returned. Sonia exhorted all Whispers to search for her, but no trace was ever found. The other gangs felt that with Nara's disappearance, we had lost our most powerful deterrent, and they began eyeing what had previously been unequivocally under our command. Discontent inside the Whispers also surged, and even I could hear the tavern rumors there were plans afoot to overthrow the Whispers from within. Not everyone was rooting for Nara. Some of the veteran members secretly rejoiced, as they eyed Sonia's position as leader and dreamt of seizing power for themselves. For Sonia, these circumstances opened her eyes, stripping away her tolerance of and faith in the old guard. She abandoned her merciful approach, shook off the pain of Nara's disappearance, and began to ruthlessly screen all those around her. She discerns the traitors in her midst, and, after a mental and physical flaying, rejects them back into the mud and slime of the slums, broken and dejected. No one could have seen this coming. The girl who used to cry because her moldy bread was stolen could make such a cruel decision. Yeah, where did this come from? So, okay. The people rooting for Nara, people were not rooting for Nara. Some veteran members secretly rejoiced as they eyed Sonia's position as leader. Alistair, laughing at the first comment that's on screen, and yes, absolutely for the second comment. Yeah, Triv, I saw it. That's all the stuff that was, I think it was first, it came from Analytica. I'm pretty sure. But yes, thank you. If like that's the, I mean, you never know if I've seen something or not. So I love if you guys send me stuff and are like, hey, have you seen this? That's super helpful, guys. Even if I have seen it, like keep it coming. That's great. I love that. So thank you for sending that. There is at least one image in there that I'm not sure I had seen with the colors on it. I had not seen that Tassi skin, but we'll get to that in a second. Sorry. I get off track so easy. Sorry, where was I? Not everyone was rooting for Nara. So. Right. Okay. So yeah. So Sonia like lost her shit. For Sonia, these circumstances opened her eyes, stripping away her tolerance of and faith in the old guard. Okay. Yeah, I guess hearing them talk that way would could do so. She abandoned her merciful approach, shook off the pain of Nara's disappearance, and began to ruthlessly screen all those around her. She discerns the traitors in her midst, and, after a mental and physical flaying, rejects them back into the mud and slime of the slums, broken and dejected. No one could have seen this coming. That the girl who used to cry because her moldy bread was stolen could make such a cruel decision. Sonia retaliated against the traitors even more than Nara, until no one even dared think of betrayal, and all of Rustport was in awe. Sonia no longer showed pity to those who shared her background, while those orphans she rescued from the slums had to pay everything for the privilege. Nah, it's too far. I almost do not recognize Sonia now. She has shaved off her long golden hair and carved roses into her temples. She no longer smiles at me, but beneath her ice-cold expression constantly wonders if I am tempted to betray her. She had trusted us, and we were unable to repay her with her unerring loyalty. She can but watch over the whispers, and she had trusted us, and we were unable to repay her with unerring loyalty. I see. She can but watch over the whispers, and, even if she feels the task too heavy to bear alone, will never give up. She knows that only by making the whispers even stronger will Nara be able to find her way home. Sonia is an iron rose, blooming among thorns. She has trodden on the corpses of countless traitors, turned her back on the last vestiges of goodwill, and climbed step by step onto the throne of power. The Whispers is not just an empire she built with Nara, but also testament to her ambition and greed. I am but a bystander to her life of sin, which one may call cruel, another great. She will never be satisfied with what she has, and while she used to be kind, she now wields total control over life and death in the Whispers. Never, and despite never needing to ever again dirty her own hands. Desire is the rose that cuts its way through the sinful soil, which is covered in blood. That is my weapon. Wait. Desire is the rose that cuts its way through the sinful soil, which is covered in blood. I bet it sounds better in Chinese. Hopefully. I hope it sounds, hopefully. Yeah, I had not seen the peg-legged guy either, or Ulmus. Those are two that I had not. I guess I had seen Ulmus and I forgot. It didn't really strike me at the time. We weren't as far into the game, I think. I really like the. Here, I'll just blow this up here, because it's cool to get the colors on them. Let me show you guys his message to me. Here. What is it? Yeah, perfect. Okay. Yep. Perfect. We'll do 15 minutes and then a 5. That's fine. Trust me. Okay, so let me see what you guys can see. Okay, you can see that. All right, so that's Freyasto. That's the boss from the end of chapter 7, which we did. We got to see him pretty good, I think. I don't know if I can't really make this bigger for some reason. It's weird. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Okay. It's like, no, I will show this full screen. All right. Well, then we may as well make you normal sized. Yeah. This guy is cool. I don't know if we've got ideas on who the fuck this is, but yeah, he's gonna be super neat. Looks like he'd be friends with what's her face, right? I bet he's related to Carolina. He goes into her story beautifully. He'd be a great brother for her. And of course Tassi with her outfit on, looking like a cutie. And then this is dope. The like Dreamland Tassi. This gets me excited. I'm sure that the Tassi stuff, it ties right into Ulmus, of course, who is over here. Tassi and Ulmus are very closely related in their mythology, which we'll have to cover sometime. Don't know who this is, but he seems cool. He's a light bearer. He's a blacksmith, and he's super effing cool, man. Really excited about him. Don't know who this is, but he looks cool, huh? Not a mauler though, eh? Like I don't see any mauler. He's dressed like a mauler, but I see no reason that he would be. He's not an actual animal unless they are finally going to have a human who has traded sides to join the Maulers. Would be cool. Maybe they could have him be one of Shakir's followers. Would be neat, right? Then, of course, Makola and Nara, who we're about to do her story, but let's look at Sonya real quick. Boom. The coloring is great. Really, really good. Man, they're going to be so fun. It's going to be so much fun. Is the dwarf guy not in... No, he is not. That is not... I don't think that... No, I would recognize him. Absolutely not. Nope. He looks like he would be, though, doesn't he? He looks just like a character. No, I don't think so. I don't think oh god. What's going on? Am I blue screening? Game crashed. Okay. Well, that's all right. We're not even using it. It's all right, love. Yeah, no, he is not anybody specifically, huh? Nerp. And then... Where's my... Let me get... The game, the BlueStacks also seems to have crashed, unfortunately. Boo. That's fine. We'll keep going. Nicola. So you've got Sonya. And what was over this way? Fresto. And Taylene. Yes. Okay. Huh. Oh, I see what happened here. No, I don't. I thought I did. I don't. Weird. Okay. I thought I was logging onto the test server on this account. Let me but it didn't, so we can just yeah. Okay, yeah, they still work. So we'll come to Taylene. Aha, okay. So that's Taylene and AFK. And unfortunately, we can't look at all the different light bearers and dwarves because my BlueStacks is refusing to properly shut down. But that's fine. We can look at them in here. So the closest thing that so there's like this guy, but this is Dolly's father. For those of you keeping track of dwarves. I don't know if he's a dwarf. He's just a short human, to be honest with you. I don't think he's actually dwarven. I think he would probably sock me in the mouth for having suggested that. And then you've got the actual dwarves, which there's one that's been around since the earliest days, which is Morvus. He is a food hero, like I always compare. He's one of the food heroes along with Arden. And Sylvina and Niru. They are all essentially acorns in AFK Arena. And then you've got the newest dwarf, Gineas, who's actually a badass. I mean, look at this guy. Gineas, cool motherfucker. I think I've heard them pronounce it like genius. But either way, he's one bad dude. And he is besties with Alna, the frozen mother. Well, not besties, but he fought side by side with a god is one of his like major parts of his story. Alna, the frozen mother, who is in all of the Esperia history books and can't be missed, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see her eventually as a character, if not even if she's not playable. So then let me scooch this along. Freesto, who I'm saving for. I just think this guy is so cool, man. I really... Hold on, let me move the thing. Where is it at? Yeah. I just think this guy's so cool. So cool. Yeah, probably Triv. He's new and a big I mean, he's a hero that like whales use, but you know, like low spenders don't have a lot of uses for. He's like middle use, but a very neat guy. Really, really cool story, really well designed, and I like his kit. It's just I use him, just not a lot. Walker, everybody's favorite ranger. Okay, so on to Nara, which is right where we were when things crashed, I believe. Golly, you are probably right, and I hope so, Triv. I hope he's an incredible Graveborn healer. Gosh, I hope you're right. It also speaks to my theories, though, that that we're gonna go to Rustport next, because we've got him and we've got this Mauler trader guy. Where's he at? He's like a human, right? But could very well be a trader who's like just come from Mauler country or something, right? So what if he's like a sea pirate kind of person, you know? Also, I literally have the bag that's on his shoulder. I have like this exact bag. It's my man bag. Satchel. One more look at the blacksmithy. He is very cool. There is a peg-legged hero, I think. I think Hodge has one, but no, he doesn't. I'm imagining it. He's just got his amazing cod piece. His famous cod piece. Hold on. Y'all gotta see this. I don't know why I can't make it bigger. How odd. Huh. Okay. Well, anyway, you can see it. And, yeah, when he does this, he steps forward, his jacket blows up in the back, and you can see his assless chaps. Look, you see? Wait, one more time. There it is. Oh, wait, there was one other thing I wanted to show you guys about Hodgkin. Hodgkin has one of my favorite skins in the whole game. I keep it on my hero constantly. So yeah, he's always got this on for me. And it took a lot of doing too, but it's one of the skins you could get as a free player, and I went for it. I just love this skin. So, Nara. We will close out with Nara wherever she is. That's not Nara, that's Torn. Yo, I never noticed the eye in his... Speaking of cod pieces, that's wild. I've never seen that before. Huh. Okay, here we go. Yeah, what a babe, huh? What an absolute babe. Okay, so we'll put her over here. And put this like this. Come on, go on. Lord. Okay. Something like that. Yeah. Okay, cool.
can sense your fear.
Who wants to bet that they will not give her that voice when she's in game?
Do not cross me. Don't stand a chance. That all? Don't stand a chance. I can sense your fear. I can sense your fear.
Come on, I wanted to.
Don't stand a
Yeah.
chance. Do not
When
cross me.
the grappling hook goes out, it's you can hear it like sinking into a body. I swear.
It's all. Don't stand a chance.
Ugh. Yeah, totally.
It's all over now.
Okay. So. Ugh. Yeah, I bet she doesn't move because she's one of the oldest ones. But what I can do is pull it up on my phone and read it to you there. Okay. Nara. Heart Carver. The city known as Rustport may have once had a more conventional name, but if that is in fact the case, it has long been forgotten. A sprawl of ramshackle structures that sway and creak in the salty winds blowing in from the sea, taverns lean against gambling halls and establishments of ominous repute like crooked teeth. Hold on. Let me try that again. Nara, Heart Carver. The city known as Rustport may have once had a more conventional name, but if that is in fact the case, it has long been forgotten. A sprawl of ramshackle structures that sway and creak in the salty winds blowing in from the sea, taverns lean against gambling halls and establishments of ominous repute like crooked teeth. For every baker there are 2 thieves, and for every blacksmith, 2 pirates. When the sun sets, the woefully few honest citizens bar their doors and secure the latches on windows. It is a rare night indeed that passes in Rustport without a murder, and a rare resident who has not seen the body of a victim by the time they are able to speak. Within this city lies a district where not even the city watch will tread after dark Mire Town. It was here, among sludge-slick alleyways and chittering swarms of rats, that Nara was born and raised. As an infant, her mother abandoned Rustport and the family she had there, unwilling to suffer the place any longer or see her daughter do the same. Nara's father was deeply in debt to a criminal enterprise, but still managed to keep his daughter fed and sheltered, paying meager installments to the gang without incurring too much physical injury. This continued for a long time, until Nara was 9 years old, and the criminals discovered that not only had her father not been paying as much as he could, but that he in fact had enough coin stashed away to pay off the entirety of his debt. After abducting and interrogating the debtor, a confession was pulled out. He had been saving the money to skip town and start a new life with his daughter somewhere far away. Having what they needed, they disposed of him, a lesson to other would-be debt evaders. Orphaned, Nara was thrown out of the hovel she had shared with her father. She wandered the streets, stealing and scavenging to survive.
Every day was a fight for survival, and Nara quickly became callous and mistrustful. The other people on the street were simply targets or hazards, and she began to lose any sense of warmth or compassion she'd once had. The people she did engage with were invariably others like herself, orphaned children and runaways, getting by however they could. Eventually, she found herself at the head of a small thieves' guild alongside Sonia, the only other child who could match her abilities. They called themselves Whispers, for the faint whisper coins make on cloth when being picked out of pockets. Nice, I like that detail. As season after season blended into each other, as season after season blended into one another, one more time. In season after season, blended into one another. They subsumed the smaller child gangs until they were the largest network of thieves in the city. The size of their operation had grown tremendously until there was hardly a street corner in Rustport that didn't have a Whisper lingering, waiting for a chance to make a quick profit. Other gangs, of course, wanted in on the Whisper's turf at first, but Nara was quick to show that she was capable of much more than theft. After the initial disputes, those who didn't work for her stayed out of her way. After dominating the city's criminal underground while she was still just a teen, she began to look at expanding her horizons. The most profitable market in Rustport certainly wasn't pickpocketing, even at the scale she commanded. Rustport has a bustling slave market, a plaza drowning in the noises of commerce and despair. Maulers slump in their chains next to wilders, men and other peoples of Esperia. Oof. One more time. Rustport has a bustling slave market, a plaza drowning in the noises of commerce and despair. Maulers slump in their chains next to wilders, men and other peoples of Esperia. Here, the only distinction is between master and slave. If she wanted to make the real money, she'd need a good ship and lots of manacles. The first expedition she attended personally. Though she was well past the stage in her career of doing the dirty work herself, she wanted to oversee this new venture. She selected Azure Cove as her target, a patch of water lending access to the forests of the Wilders. What she didn't know was that Azure Cove had a new protector. When her ship sailed in, Cirrus the Elemental sensed the malicious intent from the crew. In a great single wave, the ship was capsized, drowning all aboard. Nara's body sank, softly, to the bottom of the cove. Her story was over, it would seem. For days she lay there, the seaweed brushing past her pale, open eyes. Ocean eyes. Then, one night, the husk that had been Nara received the call. With a sickly flicker of green light, her eyes cast about the seafloor, and she stood, trudging toward the shore. If Nara was cruel and violent in life, she is far worse now. She takes great pleasure in the harm she can cause others, and does so as often as she can.
How would you like to die?
Do not cross me. It's all over now.
And finally, we'll wrap this up with, there is, oh goodness. Oh yeah, no, I can, right, of course, because I can do it on my phone. Okay, there's a thing about the two of them together.
This is so dumb. I don't know how this ended up happening. I'll have to figure that out later. It's been a while since I got on my test account. I mean, I probably haven't logged on to test in a month, but I don't know why it would be logged out. I'll have to figure that out. But there is they share a union story is what it's called. Yeah, Whispers and Shadows. So, okay. The towering waves overturned the cargo ship from Rustport, causing the hull to flip onto the surface of the sea. The crew cried out in despair as they were swallowed up by the raging waves. Hey, cool it, Nara, cool it. Easy there, girl. Okay, one more time. This is their union story called Whispers and Shadows. The towering waves overturned the cargo ship from Rustport, causing the hull to flip onto the surface of the sea. The crew cried out in despair as they were swallowed up by the raging waves. Nara tried to grab the broken spar in front of her, but before she could press her body against the mast, she was dragged into the sea by the person next to her, her arms covered in blood. The pain of salt water rushing into her wounds was quickly drowned out by the crashing waves. During the last throes of her consciousness, the crimson blood that spread in the sea blinded her eyes, and the pungent seawater poured into her nostrils and her lungs, suffocating her. The last time she felt such suffocation was when she was a child. Back then, she used to hide with her father in the alleys of Rustport to avoid their creditors. They would bury themselves in piles of garbage, They would bury themselves in piles of garbage, reeking of rotten fish soaked in stale water. The same odor that invaded her nostrils now as the salty seawater threatened to drown her. Nara's memories of her father were filled with hatred. The shameless old man had promised her time and time again that he would give her a stable home once he paid off his debts. But his broken promises only brought her endless disappointment. Eventually, even the disappointment faded away because she no longer held any hope for her father. When her father was killed by his creditors, Nara hid in a garbage heap and struggled to hold her breath. Perhaps when she woke up from her suffocating stupor, everything would have passed. Nara became an orphan, wandering alone in the slums and surviving by stealing. Being beaten up black and blue was par for the course with her, and sometimes she even had to fight over scraps of food with wild dogs. Damn. She had lost all innocence that she should have had at her age. Instead, she had to be cunning and even resort to deception to get a measly piece of moldy bread. Life was like a bone-chilling deep ocean, and except to hold her breath, she was helpless. She never harbored any hope for a rescuing hand to pull her out from the depths of this ocean. Not until Sonia appeared. The seawater no longer stung Nara's scarred skin like a sharp blade. She even felt a soft touch. She tried to open her eyes, but could only see faint dots no matter how hard she turned her eyeballs. Gradually, the dots took on the familiar shape of Sonia's hand reaching out to her. Weird. Wait, What? Okay, whatever. I think it's almost like a dream sequence or something. Or maybe I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm sure it'll come. Okay. So it's like she's waking up from the drowning and Sonia's just suddenly there, which makes zero sense. But because in the other story, her eyes flickered open and she started walking along the sea bottom. So, but all right, we'll keep going. The seawater no longer stung Nara's scarred skin like a sharp blade. She even felt a soft touch. Tried to open her eyes, could only see could only see faint dots no matter how hard she turned her eyeballs. Gradually, the dots took on the familiar shape of Sonia's hand, reaching out to her. Their meeting began with a theft in a dark alley. Sonia, also an orphan, used to wander in the alleys of the slums before she met Nara. Sonia relied on her exceptional intelligence to secretly learn various knowledge that might benefit her. Compared to Nara's roughness, she seemed particularly cautious. After all, given her lack of agile physical skills, she could easily have been caught, beaten, and perhaps even die from that. On that day, Nara, who was starving, went to a bakery in Rustport. Hunger made her clumsy and her mind dull. So much so that when she smelled the freshly baked bread, she almost lost her faculties and wanted to burst out from her hiding spot in the kitchen's corner and grab it right away. Even a piece of moldy bread was a delicacy that the homeless orphans in this stinking harbor could only dream of. Yet at that moment, such a slice of heaven was within Nara's arm's reach. When Sonia came across Nara, the latter was pinned to the ground by the shopkeeper, covered in blood and filth. Such was common sight for Sonia, who was even considering using the distraction to swipe something useful for herself from the cupboard. However, when their eyes met, Sonia changed her mind. Nara's gaze was filled with... Oh, excuse me. Nara's gaze was deep and filled with intense resentments and despair, as if she was calling for help while also declaring war on life. Nice line. Sorry. When their eyes met, Sonia changed her mind. Nara's gaze was deep and filled with intense resentment and despair, as if she was calling for help while also declaring war on life. Carefully, Sonia retrieved an unburnt piece of coal from the stove and used it to ignite the discarded wood planks in the back alley, while the shopkeeper was distracted. The sudden thick smoke frightened the shopkeeper, who abandoned Nara and rushed to put out the fire. Seizing the opportunity, Sonia pulled Nara out of the bakery, taking a few freshly baked loaves of bread on the way. In this dog-eat-dog world of Rustport, exposing one's weakness to others meant putting oneself in danger. Yet, Nara had allowed Sonia to witness her most vulnerable state, perhaps hoping that someone would see through her feebleness and offer a helping hand. For so long, Nara had been wandering the dark alleys alone, but now she asked Sonia if she would be willing to join forces and move forward together. She wanted to prove to Sonia that she was more than just the girl who was beaten and covered in mud, and show the nimbleness and agility that had kept her alive for so long. Their bond began on the day they met, and from then on, they established the Whispers together, building a sanctuary for Nara's soul. As long as she could return to Sonia's side, there would always be warm hands waiting to soothe her icy soul. Yet, as the spark of life within her dwindled, Nara realized that she was still a helpless victim of fate, unable to grasp the hand that was reaching out to her. Nara no longer felt any pain, and the last glimmer of light in her eyes faded away. In fact, she knew from the beginning that everything up until now was just a dying dream.
Nothing more than an illusion. Before their latest voyage, Nara and Sonia had a fierce argument. Nara had angrily stormed out of the room, leaving Sonia behind. It was their last conversation, which yet ended in an argument. Nara could not understand Sonia's, quote, hypocritical kindness. Perhaps as an intelligent person, Sonia had her own thoughts on the matter, while a reckless person driven by instinct like Nara could not weigh the pros and cons like her. Nara had always relied on Sonia, believing that it was her friend's plans and decisions that had neutralized numerous threats to the Whispers. Only this time, Sonia made a decision that went against Nara's beliefs. Sonia often warned Nara not to be satisfied with the status quo, as they had already sacrificed too much for their cause. Nara's injuries, Sonia's sleepless nights, they were all for the sake of protecting those they wanted to keep safe. And yet, they had been given tyrannical and cruel labels by the very people they were trying to help. Nara knew that the argument over how to deal with the traitors was just a reflection of the Whisper's plight. But if she could become stronger and prevent the traitors from doing anything that would harm the Whispers, maybe she could bring everything back on track? As she sank into the cold abyss, the darkness consumed Nara's vision, leaving her with no chance for regret. The ocean currents pulled her deeper and deeper until she reached the ocean floor. In her final moments, she realized none of it mattered anymore. The survival of the Whispers, punishing the traitors, they were all irrelevant now. All she wanted was to return to Rustport, to the Whispers, and to Sonia's side, where those warm hands could once again comfort her icy soul. Quote, "O slumbering assassin, thou whose nature shy not from killing or plundering, shall be reborn. Serve me, and I will grant thee immortality." After what felt like an eternity, a low whisper echoing through the deep sea stirred Nara's dormant, icy soul. Oh, wow. I see. Hold on. A low whisper echoing through the deep sea stirred Nara's dormant, icy soul. O slumbering assassin, thou whose nature... One sec, guys. Okay. After what felt like an eternity, a low whisper echoing through the deep sea stirred Nara's dormant, icy soul.
O slumbering assassin, thou whose nature shy not from killing or plundering,
shall be reborn.
Serve me, and I will grant thee immortality.
She was surrounded by a hollow darkness, submerged in the depths for what felt like ages. Until the voice infused her with a power that lifted her above the waves. I believe that it's Quaidam. Trev. Could be Weemus, but that would be Hypogean. So it's probably Quaidam, and she's just perceiving it through the waves in the ocean. Quaidam being the self-made undead necromancer mage from the Age of Arcana who has effectively birthed like 90% of the Graveborns in a similar fashion to this, whispering into their heads. But he has way less cool sound effects than I do. She was surrounded by a hollow darkness, submerged in the depths for what felt like ages, until the voice infused her with a power that lifted her above the waves. Penetrating dim light shafts came into her line of sight, and she caught a glimpse of brightness once again. However, this light was tainted with the color of decay, just like her own rotten body. Her longing to return home had led her to hear the call from the abyss. Despite knowing that the voice must have malicious designs, she did not hesitate to say yes. For even after spending dozens of days and nights at the bottom of the sea as a corpse, which had left her memories on the verge of shattering, she still remembered that there was someone waiting for her return in a place called Rustport. As for the cost, that was never a consideration. Nara would gladly give all she had, and that wasn't much. In the rotting lights, she heard it once more.
Go back. Return to where you belong, and embrace the pleasure that death brings you.
As her decayed body ascended from the seabed, her shattered hands regained strength. As she approached the sea surface, sunlight penetrated the dark water and shone on Nara's cold body once again. In something like a trance, she saw the blurry figure of an old acquaintance reflected on the surface. Reaching out a familiar yet strange hand towards her. Without hesitation, Nara reached out and grasped at that hand. Yet, there was nothing but air. Huh. Really cool ending. Do the voice effects work, by the way? I can't hear them. I'm just doing them. I have the
like mix board here next to me, and I was kind of just doing them. I hope they sound like something. I don't know. I'll have to go back and listen. So that is Nara and Sonia. There was also an in-game thing in AFK Arena, which we'll save for, but we'll have to do it sometime. Also, there's like an Almus and Tassi story that's been in forever called Wisdom and Hope. Yeah, there's all kinds of great stuff there. So, as I said earlier, I've got a lot of YouTube to do, so I am gonna have to leave it there for today's lore show, everybody. But oh my gosh, we got a full 3 hours, man. So what a great show. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Cool, Triv. Great. Good stuff. You know, it's actually a World of Warcraft microphone. That sounds cheap. It's not. It's a Yeti X, which is like the pro line of Blue's Yeti mics, but it's like the World of Warcraft special edition one. 'Cause I'm a sucker for a deal. I'm a sucker for a deal on expensive equipment. And it was like on some kind of discount when I got it last year. I think around Black Friday time of year. And oh my goodness, I'm really enjoying the mic, but the sound effects on it are particularly fun, and I've really only scratched the surface. So a lot more to come with those in the coming year. Oh my gosh, totally, Trev. Totally. Yeah, a bunch of mean little kids running around the streets being snotty to you. That'd be so fun, dude. I really hope so. That's a great idea. I will be sure to pitch that when I do get a conversation with devs the next time I get to talk to them about story stuff. So thank you guys for hanging. Like I said, I gotta leave it there for today's Esperia Chronicles, but there is a lot more where that came from historically. Even there's a whole bunch of really cool Esperia Chronicles episodes from every Sunday the past forever, and I will be cataloging a lot of them in the coming weeks. I don't know when. It'll probably be a couple weeks still, but I will eventually have them all cataloged with like proper names of where everything is if people are looking for stuff, at least. So in a perfect world, I would chop everything out of them and, you know, have it all neatly set up. But that said, I am going to cut out Shakir's story from last weekend and make it its own video this week. So you guys can look forward to that lore-wise, as well as, what else? I don't know, a couple other lore projects this week. Oh, I'm not making any promises, but you might see the release of something really big this week. So we shall see. In the meantime, if you got questions, you can always DM me if it's like something that's pressing. If it's not pressing, go ahead and ping me on the DangerGrey Discord, and I always try to cycle around to get to those, even though I have been tearing my hair out levels of busy lately. That should also chill out once I get these videos done for Farlight too, like the insane pressure that I'm under to try and finish this shit. Which is my own doing, by the way. It's not coming from them directly. That's more my own deal, but as I said at the start, it's a journey here for me as a working artist. So The DangerGrey Discord link is in, I don't know, it's all over. You can find it super easy. And at the Disco, we have serious lore discussions along with all sorts of other things like PvP teams and guides for Dream Realm and anything else you can name. So join me there. You can also find out when I'm doing the shows. I keep you guys up to date in the mornings with notifications, letting everybody know when I'm going to be going live and what to expect that day. So I will see everybody for sure next Saturday for AFK with DangerGrey, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do a stream sometime this week with some more material. Perhaps we'll stream the end of Chapter 7 again when I get there on, I was going to say on DangerGrey, but they're both DangerGrey these days. On Global. Or I've also been thinking of doing an Honor Duel stream. I think I'd like to just do one dedicated to Honor Duel, and that way if people show up, they know what they're getting when they come, so they're not like annoyed or tired of Honor Duel or whatever. Because I do enjoy Honor Duel, but I feel like it's not everyone's bag, so I try not to do it for too long on the streams. But I think I might throw an Honor Duel stream up sometime this week. So that's it for me. I appreciate you guys so incredibly much. Thank you to the Twitch crowd too for hanging out. And I'll see everybody very soon. Until then, however, seriously, stay safe, Esperians.